Pimpin', 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 pimpin'. I'm always talking about this pimping shit. This word pimp, the definition of the word pimp, we're gonna have to change that shit. Because the true pimp is a man of God. We don't pimp women, but we've been pimping the shit out of this wicked ass world. All these wicked motherfuckers thought they was pimping us. They thought they was the pimps. They thought they was playing us and shit. No. Now they all freaking out. These wicked ass motherfuckers. Realizing that they played themselves. Got played by the ultimate motherfucking players. The true pimps. Man of God. We don't play pimp. We ain't no pimps, but we don't play pimp. Paul Begley? What? Shut up, dog. But that don't make no sense, do it? How can we not play pimp, but we ain't no pimp? So we're going to have to change the definition of the word pimp. Now, of course, this is another long introduction. I've talked about this situation in 2019 concerning Scarlett Johansson and the character that she's playing, still playing, Black Widow. That video was called In the Mouth of Madness. Uploaded on my second YouTube channel called The Next Level. You know, that channel that the Illuminati hates more than anything, and, you know, tries to do everything they can to suppress that motherfucker, and had Hollywood put out a movie, Jumanji, The Next Level, to try to suppress my shit. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. You wicked motherfuckers. I was pissed off back then, and still is, about the fact that these assholes killed off that Black Widow character. During that time, y'all was talking about this shit when I made that video. And I knew at the time that they was gonna bring this character back. And bring out this motherfucking, finally bring out this Black Widow movie, which was supposed to have been out already. And like I said, Scarlett Johansson, she ain't no motherfucking saint. At the time, she was the highest paid, at the time, she was the highest paid actress in Hollywood, like I said. So obviously, she's the highest paid actress like that, you know, during that time. You know she sold the soul. You know she's gone. But I was talking about how she just wasn't Lucy enough. This Lucifer shit, you know. Because she made that movie called Lucy, yeah, which is Lucifer. But based on the way we've seen her portrayed in the public, her characteristics, persona, you know, and all that shit, her characteristics, she seemed cool, you know. So even though she sold the soul, she just wasn't Lucy enough for these motherfuckers. I'm gonna talk about that character a little bit later, the Black Widow character. So, you know, that movie was supposed to come out, the Black Widow movie was supposed to come out then. And they, like I said, Scarlett Johansson wasn't Lucy enough for these motherfuckers. So they pushed her to the side and brought in motherfucking Brie Larson and shit, you know. Who was obviously Lucy enough for these motherfuckers. In that video, once again, I want to read y'all something. I told you niggas to read. Yep, I told y'all this is a long ass introduction. I ain't even got started yet, motherfucker. All right, let me see if I can find this shit while I'm acting the damn fool. All right, I'm gonna put this video and a couple of more videos in the description box. Y'all want to check this shit out if y'all ain't seen it before. This video is called In the Mouth of Madness on my second YouTube channel that the Illuminati loves. On my second YouTube channel, The Next Level. In the description box of this video, this is what I wrote. Listen to this shit, niggas. Imagine a world where those who believe in God are considered crazy. Imagine a world that won't accept those who speak the truth. Imagine a world that doesn't want love, peace, and unity. Imagine a world ruled by people who wants to enslave you for eternity. Imagine a world where wickedness is promoted and righteousness is rejected. Imagine a world inhabited by real demons and fallen angels. Can you imagine if all of the horror movies and end of the world movies you've ever seen in your entire life was actually telling you the truth? Can you imagine a world where most people would refuse to stand up and fight against that type of world? There's no need to use your imagination. This is the world we live in. That's a great fucking quote, ain't it? That's what's going on right now. And this video is specifically to help ease y'all mind about the horrors that's coming, because I know for a fact that there's a lot of men and women of God who are starting to freak out right now for good reason. For good reason. But this video specifically to try to help y'all ease y'all mind as we transition from this physical world into the motherfucking spirit world. Check your volume. I'm pissed off just for a second. Sit down, motherfucker!
YESHUA, PANDERA.
You hear that, demons? I'm back.
I do love inconveniencing the underclass.
Play along.
Leia Lord is here.
Shut the fuck up!
The end of the world. Prepare to die so that you can live. I want to live! Keep your goddamn family members in check, nigga. You motherfuckers know y'all don't want me to be unleashed on your ass too soon. Fire! What is up, my guys and goddesses, kings and queens, niggas and niggettes? Much love and respect to all the righteous Jews and Gentiles. Now, like I said earlier in this video, during that long ass introduction, this video is specifically to help ease y'all mind about the shit that's coming. These wicked people, I'm always saying this shit, that they freaking out because that's what they're doing. Many of God's people are starting to freak out as well. And like I said, for good reason. And I'm going to get into why I say that in a minute. But balls. Huge balls I got. And what I'm about to tell y'all, there's nothing that I can say and nothing that I can do that will help y'all grow some balls. It's not necessary. I couldn't do it anyway. There's nothing I can do to make y'all grow some balls. What I'm about to say in this video is, it's to let y'all get a good understanding about the fact that y'all already got huge balls. This world, with all the things that these wicked people have done, this wicked world has done, it's made God's people not be confident and have doubts and feel guilty about all the sinning that you did and all this shit. And that spirit of fear is all over this fucking world. And obviously it's going to affect a man of God, a woman of God from time to time. And this video, as usual, I'm going to be talking a lot of shit. But like I said, this video is to specifically give y'all the confidence that you need so you can wake up enough to know you already got balls. You can't be fucked with the way y'all think. And there's a lot of wars and rumors of wars, and we keep hearing stuff about forced vaccination and all this shit. And I know a lot of guys, people are freaking out. And like I said, for good reason, in a sense. And I say that because, like I said so many times, not everybody's going to be raptured. Not everybody is chosen. And there's a lot of people who have to die, quote unquote, in order to get to heaven. And of course, I'm explaining all this shit. Y'all know how I do. Player Lord, Lord of all players, motherfucker. Now, of course, I'm gonna be talking a whole bunch of shit. And I gotta get my notes. That's right, motherfucker. I gotta get my notes. Okay, first thing I want to talk about, real quick. And of course, everything that I talk about is relevant to this situation. Like I said, we getting ready to transition from this bullshit physical reality into the real world, spirit world, motherfucker. Talking about the Black Widow character. I just watched that movie, and all I gotta say is, the thrill is gone. The thrill is gone. They waited too fucking long. They fucked this shit up. And of course, this was by design. The movie wasn't bad. It was alright. Nothing new. Same old shit. But I will say this. I've been watching a lot of movies the last couple of weeks. And I talk about how the spirit world, not just me, y'all as well, spirit world always guides us. The spirit world will guide me to watch certain movies at a certain time. And this is always when a certain energy is going around where people are focusing on one thing. A lot of people throughout the country, throughout the world, and I'm always picking up on that energy. And more times than not, I will be driven to be focused on what a lot of people are focusing on. The majority of the movies that I've been watching over the past 2 weeks, pretty much the majority of the movies that I've been watching the past 2 weeks or whatever, they all basically had the same theme. It's about these people who are demonically possessed and don't even know it. And that's what's happening right now, a little more than usual. Get away from me. That's what's happening a little more than usual right now. And this is what I've been guided to, these type of movies to watch, where these motherfuckers are demonically possessed, completely out of control, doing shit that they don't want to do, doing shit and don't even know what they're doing. And more times than not, this is based on them, not us. This is these lost soul motherfuckers. Now, brother, leave me alone, motherfuckers. The Black Widow movie that I just watched. That wasn't necessarily about demonic possession, but once again, they was talking about these super soldiers, them being out of control. Once again, it's about them doing things based on being controlled and can't do nothing about it. And I told y'all that we are living in the Matrix for real. The Bible is called the Scriptures. It's a script. And everything is going along right according to the script, down to the tiniest detail, just the way it's supposed to be. And the enemy, they showing us this shit in these movies, and I'm always seeing this shit in so-called real life, this shit that we living in. They completely out of control. They don't have control at all over their actions. And we don't either, really. Because, like I said so many times, all of our decisions and choices was made by us and a higher power prior to us incarnating in this bullshit physical reality, this simulation, this goddamn Matrix, this movie that we living in. So in that movie, Black Widow, you had all these female super soldiers who was doing shit that they don't want to do, but they being controlled. And like a lot of these movies like this, they always end up getting out of this shit and having a happy ending and shit. But that's a fucking fantasy of these wicked ass motherfuckers. Because I told y'all they've been trying to change prophecy. They hate that word fate. They know their destiny is destruction. They reached their point of no return eons ago. So they keep putting out these movies about these super soldiers. And in this particular movie, at the end, all those super soldiers, those female super soldiers, they was no longer being controlled, and now they got free will. Bullshit. That's their fantasy. No. And these type of people, these are lost souls. This is not you, man of God, woman of God. And y'all need to understand that shit. There's a lot of fear going around, like I said, and it's starting to affect God's people a little bit. Because we can feel that shit. We know something's coming. And I've been saying for the last number of weeks and months that it's been too quiet this year. The things that's been going on as far as end times events is basically, in my opinion, the basic shit. I'm still waiting, like most of God's people, for the true event to go down. And we can feel it, like I've been talking about. We know it's coming. And because of that, a lot of God's people who got balls, but they're getting freaked out every time they hear these stories. Wars and rumors of wars, forced vaccination, here come the government and all this shit. Fuck them niggas. So as I continue into this shit, let me just say this last thing about that Black Widow character. That Black Widow character was a strong character. Fate wouldn't allow them to fuck with their character the way they wanted to and change things, you know, like they did with motherfucking Luke Cage, this big black nigga who's fucking bulletproof. Next thing you know, he's a goddamn sellout and started working with the enemy and shit. And of course, you know, they got so-called Black Panther, did the same damn thing with that motherfucker. He sold out, started working with the goddamn U.S. government. You niggas ain't fooling me. Stop it, motherfuckers.
You a big dummy.
So anyway, this Black Widow character, that was a strong character. They couldn't change it for whatever reason. Like I said, fate. They didn't turn her into no weak lesbian or any kind of shit like that. You know what I mean? It wasn't, that character wasn't Lucy enough for him and all that shit. Like I said, Scarlett Johansson wasn't Lucy enough for him, and they had to get rid of that character, killed off that character, and brung in that crazy ass Brie Larson, Captain Marvel shit. Because they gotta have these type of characters that's based on them, not only to wake up their people, but to make, you know, put those subliminal images and put those type of characters in your face so that you will pick up on that shit and think that that's you. This is how they wake up their people at the same time, destroy God's people. Because that Black Widow character, she wasn't no fucking joke. She wasn't weak at all. Not to mention, she wasn't trying to outshine the men or nothing like that. They ain't like that shit. They needed some more Lucy shit. Some more feminized, I'm stronger than the man shit and all that shit. You know. And that's why they killed off that motherfucking character. Because when you have a character in these movies that's strong, whether it's female or male, it gives y'all confidence. And it helps wake you up to who you truly are. And this is why they always put these characters out. You get excited about them. And next thing you know, they some weak ass, sold out motherfuckers and all this shit. So that Black Widow movie, like I said, it was alright. But it was a prequel to that last Avengers movie that they killed that Black Widow character off, you know. So, of course, them motherfuckers being the wicked motherfuckers that they are, they just had to remind me at the end of that movie, because remember, this movie was a prequel. They killed the character off. At the end of this movie, they just had to remind me that they killed that character off, that she's no longer, you know, she's dead and shit, yeah. Bastards. kiss your ass, Mr. Postman. They, these wicked people, highly weird, Illuminati, powers that be, you know, these damned motherfuckers, they have to inflict these lies on you and poison your mind, your body, and all that shit. Keep you docile so they can keep you under control, because they don't want you to know, like I said so many times, y'all some powerful motherfuckers. You can't be stopped. You can't be fucked with. They don't want you to know that shit. But when you born and raised in this reality, and this is all you know, and everything that you're going through and everything that you're being told, it's about you being, you know, subordinate, you know, and just being a fucking slave, making them motherfuckers rich while you get a few crumbs. And then it gets to the point where you are in this survival mode, but you ain't trying to survive the way you should be trying to survive. And I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. The last number of videos that I've been making, y'all know how crazy my intros have been and how long they've been. The last number of videos that I've been making since I've been making my intros like that, I would start off making the intro, and I had no fucking idea what the actual video was going to be about. One of the reasons is because, like I said so many times, I ain't said so much throughout my videos, been doing this shit for over 5 years, 3 fucking YouTube channels. I've thrown out so much information for the last couple of years, whatever it's been. I always get to this point, it's like, what else am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do? I said all I can say and blah, 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 but I always end up coming up with some more information to give to y'all. Because like I said, I try my best not to repeat myself. So when I make these videos, these last number of videos, making the intro and not knowing what the video is going to be about, as soon as I make the intro, all of a sudden it just comes to me and I realize what the video is going to be about, and I start building on that. And obviously I also start building on the intro because, you know, I didn't know what the video was going to be about. And that's one of the reasons why my video intros be so damn long lately. And I'm telling y'all that because we ain't in control at all, y'all. We being driven by fate, prophecy. And I know people don't like to hear this shit, but there ain't no fucking free will in here. Nope, sorry. We have free will. Nope. No, sorry. No. The Bible, the scriptures, the script. Everything is going right according to the script, down to the tiniest detail. Our decisions was already made by us and a higher power prior to incarnating here. So we can't change shit. Ain't no free will in this reality. If we had free will and we changed one thing that was supposed to be done based on fate, based on prophecy, based on the script, if we change one thing, we fuck up the entire script, prophecy, everything be out of whack. Ain't no free will here. We already had free will and made our choices and decisions before we came here, incarnated here. Now me, I mean, come on, buddy. Now, you motherfuckers know. There's a lot of y'all been following me for a good while. Y'all know if I had free will, I would have left this YouTube shit, stopped doing this shit long time ago. Every time I try, here I come again. Fate. Nothing you can do about it. If I had free will, I wouldn't still be living in this fucking house. If I had free will, I wouldn't be in Gary, Indiana. If I had free will, I'd be in heaven right now. Nothing I can do about it. Everything is going right according to the script. Our decisions, our choices was already made before we incarnated here. But that ain't our problem. And y'all need to understand that shit. Not having free will in this fake ass reality that's destined to be destroyed, us not having free will to change anything right now, that's not our problem. That's the enemy's problem. Because they are the ones that's damned. They are the ones who rebelled or disconnected themselves from source, however you want to say it. They are the ones who are in this survival mode. We are in this survival mode as well, the majority of God's people, but we in this survival mode in the wrong way. Now, before I get into that, let me say this. Talking about these movies, I just seen this movie not too long ago called Saint Maud. This chick was somebody who was trying to go on that straight path. She was praying to God and all this shit. And in the beginning of that movie, because she was like a home nurse or whatever. And in the beginning of that movie, they mentioned something about some bad shit that happened at her previous job, being a home nurse or whatever the fuck she was. And they didn't go into details at the time. So I knew it was something bad. And I knew something wasn't right about this shit. Even though she's this woman of God, supposedly. And of course, throughout the story, weird shit kept going on, and she kept getting into weird shit, and I'm trying to see, is she really legit, and how they gonna play this story out and all this shit. So eventually, and I figured this shit out pretty quick, she was talking to this wicked ass chick who she was taking care of. And she was telling her about her relationship with God. Yeah. And she told her that she could hear God's voice. Audible. Actually speaking to him. Now, a lot of God's people have heard a voice when they say it was God speaking to them, or angel, or whatever the case may be. But this was a horror movie. And I knew someone quite right with I knew someone quite right with this chick, so I was like, uh-oh, she hearing a voice, something ain't right. So they showed this scene where she was standing in front of the cross. Jesus. White Jesus. There's a red flag right there. And the voice was audible. And he was talking to her. And I was like, uh-oh, that ain't Jesus. Nah, nope. She finna get fucked up. And earlier, before that shit happened, that voice didn't sound right anyway. Regardless of how people think the Messiah gonna sound and all this shit. But that voice, I was like, nah, that's a goddamn demon. She finna get fucked up. This is a lost soul and don't know it. Prior to that shit happening, she had this experience where she could feel God's presence. And she laying all on the floor, eyes rolling in the back of her head. I'm like, I think she's getting raped. What do you call them motherfuckers? Incubus? Male demon? And that's what it was. But she didn't know it. So, time went on. She eventually lost it. Went to this club, picked up this dude. They started getting busy. All kinds of weird shit started going on. And I was like, nah, this shit is fucked up. This ain't no woman of God. This is a lost soul and don't know it. That lady that she was taking care of, who was wicked, eventually she ended up killing her ass. And then, at the end of the movie, just before it ended, they showed her standing in the bedroom. And she had wings. You know, angel's wings. She walked to the motherfucking beach. And she had a can of gasoline. It said it had something written on it. I think it was, I don't know what it said, but it was gasoline. She started pouring that shit on her. I'm like, yeah, she's gone. All the people on the beach looking at her. Like, what the fuck? The sky starts to open up. She got her angel's wings. She's finna go to heaven, right? Is she? She pouring gasoline on her and she's finna set herself on fire. The sky's opening up. She got angel's wings. Everybody on the beach is looking at her. She poured gasoline on her. She lit that motherfucking lighter. She caught on fire. And she's standing there in glory, looking like an angel. And everybody on that beach started to bow down, witnessing that glory of that angel who just poured gasoline on herself and lit herself on fire. But she's an angel. She's glorified, right? Just before the movie went off, they showed that dummy black and burning and screaming. And then the movie went off. Now, what the fuck was that? That's the story of these wicked ass, dummy, lost soul motherfuckers. She was demonically possessed throughout that entire fucking movie that I watched. Trying to get out of that shit. Trying to change fates. Trying to change her destiny. Demonically possessed throughout that whole fucking movie and didn't even know it. And even when she killed that wicked ass chick that she was taking care of, now she was consciously knew she did that shit. But the majority of the shit that was going on, she was demonically possessed and didn't even know what was really happening. And this is why eventually she thought she had angel's wings, thought the sky was opening up, thought she was getting ready to go to heaven. Everything's cool, even though she just poured gasoline on herself. Lit that motherfucker up, yeah, that motherfucking lighter. She's in glory, she's glorified like an angel and everybody bowing down. No, it was a fucking lie. She was deceived that fucking bad and didn't realize what the fuck was going on until, bam, they showed that scene real quick. She burning all black and screaming like a motherfucker on her way to hell. That's the enemy. These lost souls, these counterfeit spirits, they go through this type of shit. This incarnation shit, this reincarnation shit. They go through this shit over and over and over and over and over again. And they had memory loss. Just like we got memory loss. So because they already lost souls, they are being used and they being played not only by other demons, fallen angels and all that shit, they also being played by our Father in heaven to get this fucking story played out. They already lost their soul. They gone. They counterfeit spirits. They keep going through this reincarnation shit. And they come back here with memory loss. And they try to go on that straight and narrow path. And everything's cool. They're a man of God, woman of God, and all that shit. Next thing you know, all hell breaks loose. Why? Because they already lost their sold their soul in a so-called past life. But it really ain't no past life like people think, because the spirit world, that's the real world. When you come here and incarnate into this physical reality, this is just a simulation. So a lot of people be freaking out when they hear about shit like this, because they don't want to think about the past, because subconsciously they know they fucked. So they don't want to hear nothing about the past. And I heard a lot of people say, well, the past don't matter. They don't want to hear that shit, because they know if they fucked up in the past, so-called past, you lost your soul, sold your soul in the past, your ass is grass no matter what you do now. Fate has intervened. That's it. So they just gonna keep getting played, going through this shit with memory loss, like what's finna happen now. We moving into the spirit world. This third dimension is finna go bye-bye. This physical bullshit. And these dummies who permanently merge themselves with the flesh, they're gonna continue to go through this reincarnation shit. And that's their problem. That's not y'all problem. Because again, we got a lot of people in this survival mode, but they're not trying, and I'm talking about men and women of God. A lot of men and women of God are in this survival mode because fear is being inflicted on them. Keep hearing about what's coming, what's happening. And I told y'all so many times, this shit is already happening. They're going to be doing forced vaccination and all that shit. They already been doing that shit. They was doing that shit before the coronavirus even started. Like I said, I've been on YouTube for 5 years. How many events have we had with these hurricanes, for example? And we hearing about these FEMA camps and shit. People was getting forced vaccinated or forced to get the mark of the beast then. But like I said so many times, because a lot of this shit ain't happening on the scale that everybody wanted to happen, people think ain't nothing happening yet. People be getting forced to take that fucking mark for many years. But guess what? The people that's been getting forced to take that shit, it's their people, not men and women of God. You can't force nobody to take the mark of the beast. You have to willingly take that shit. So this forced vaccination that everybody freaking out about, what's there to worry about? You gotta willingly take that shit. The people that's been getting forced to take that shit, these are motherfuckers who already lost their soul. These are counterfeit spirits. That's their children. Satan's children. Not you. The problem is this. I keep talking about God's people. A lot of God's people are in this survival mode, but they trying to survive the wrong way. Get away from me, fly. When we get caught up in this bullshit, this reality, we want to survive. It's natural for us to feel that way and have the natural survival instincts when we feel like our life is in danger. But we cannot die. We multiply, motherfucker. The problem is this, y'all. There's a lot of people who are trying to show that they have balls, but they fooling themselves. I ain't gonna take that vaccine. I ain't gonna take that mark. They come at me. I'm gonna do this. I ain't gonna do that, and all that shit. Now, again, you're a man of God. You're a woman of God. You gotta willingly take that shit. If they was to force that shit on you, it wouldn't work. They could give you that vaccine and all kinds of shit. It's not going to take your soul. You can't be forced to take that shit. You have to willingly take that shit in order for it to work. Because they inject you with this, that, it don't matter. It's not going to work. You're not going to lose your soul. That's what's important. Your soul. So one of my subscribers asked me, talking about this, they talking about the forced vaccination and shit. And she asked me, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? And just like I said earlier, if I had free will, I'd have been gone. If not, this reality, I certainly wouldn't be in Gary and in his house and all that shit. So if I had some place to go, I'd be gone already. What the fuck would I be waiting for? So again, my subscriber asked me, they do this forced vaccination shit, come knocking on the door, what are you going to do? And my response was, I'm going to get my gun, we're going to have a nice firefight, and we all going to die. Now, a lot of people may have that attitude, and most won't. And a lot of people have confidence right now what they're going to do and all this shit. But the problem is the survival mode that we in, that I keep talking about. People think that surviving means You gotta survive as long as you can in this physical reality. For fucking what? That's not survival, y'all. Again, like I said, our destiny, our fate is sealed. The script is already written. Everything is going to happen. Everything is going to play out exactly the way it's supposed to, no matter what we do. But we are in the wrong type of survival mode. And before I say this, let me say this, and I said it before, of course. This ain't about giving up on life. This ain't about being suicidal. This ain't about having a death wish. But the enemy has deceived y'all into what survival really is for a man of God, for a woman of God. We can't die because we are not the fucking physical body. Them motherfuckers, these wicked motherfuckers, they the ones who die. Because they are the physical body. They took the mark of the beast. So, you die, you go to heaven. Because you ain't really dying, it's your physical body that's dying. So, again, I know motherfuckers are hard of hearing, so let me reiterate and say this one more time. This ain't about giving up on life. This ain't about having a death wish. This ain't about being suicidal. But people are they're into this survival mode the wrong way, and they're going to get fucked up. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Living in this physical reality as long as you can, being 70 years old, 80 years old, 90 years old, like George Bush, you know. You know, I like to throw that motherfucker in these wicked ass Illuminati motherfuckers' faces as much as I possibly can. Look at him. I mean, what the fuck? What the hell is he what the fuck is he clinging on to life for? He already dead. Look at him. Why is he clinging on to life? Because he's a wicked motherfucker. And he know that when he die for real, he's going to hell. These wicked motherfuckers always live and be old as shit because they know they're going to hell when they die. And yet you got a lot of God's people. We be clinging on to life like a motherfucker because the enemy put that fear on us. Like I said so many times, we can't wait to get to heaven, but we don't want to die. Again, let me say it one more time. This ain't about having a death wish or being suicidal, but goddamn, y'all. You know you're going to die one day. You know this shit going to end sooner or later. You get trapped into this physical shit, you are going to die for real. So, me talking about these motherfuckers come after me, forced vaccination and all that shit, yeah. He come to government. I so scared. Yeah. I ain't going to no FEMA camp and all that shit, whatever the fuck. Man, fuck them niggas. Balls, I got them. Y'all got them too. And like I said, a lot of people gonna get fucked up because they trying to survive the wrong way. It ain't about trying to survive in the physical world, physical body as long as you can and shit. Yeah. The longer you a man of God, you a woman of God. Y'all need to understand this. Get away from me, fly. Y'all need to understand this shit. The longer you are alive in this physical body, in this physical world, the more likely you are to get fucked up and really die for real. And I say this because of this. Like, think about this, y'all. Like I said, these motherfuckers come after me. I hope. But they some cows, it ain't gonna happen. These motherfuckers come after me, we can have a nice firefight, and we all can die. And I'm gone. What if them motherfuckers came banging on my door and I didn't fight? And I just walked on the back of that truck, went to FEMA camp or, you know, one of these empty hospitals that's about to be filled up. That's why they empty, because they finna fill them motherfuckers up. What if I didn't fight and I just got on the back of the truck, I went to the FEMA camp or whatever, and them motherfuckers tortured me for 5 months before I died? Wouldn't it have been better if I just died 5 months earlier in a nice firefight instead of surviving another 5 months while the motherfuckers torturing shit out of me? Think y'all. What the fuck? Like I said, I don't want to be here now. Why would I want to be here in this reality when it's going to be thousands of times worse? Now, again, here's the problem. A lot of people, like I said before, I ain't going to take that mark. I ain't going to take the vaccine. I ain't doing this and blah, 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 blah. What if them motherfuckers did come banging on your door and you choose not to fight to the death? They take you to a FEMA camp and so much fear is inflicted on you that you cave in and end up taking a goddamn vaccine. Mark of the beast. Now your ass really is gonna die. You're dead. You're fucked up. The longer we are in this fucking physical reality, the more danger we are in. The real way for a man of God, a woman of God to survive, y'all, it's not about living in this physical world, in this physical body as long as you can. Again, this ain't about being suicidal or having a death wish or nothing like that. It ain't about giving up on life. I know how you niggas think. I'm talking to you demons because I know you so-called Christian demons. Because I know how you niggas think. I know y'all watch. That ain't what it's about. It ain't about you giving up on life and having a death wish and all that shit. It's not about surviving in this physical body, in this physical world as long as you can. That's not how a man or woman of God is supposed to survive. The way we survive is to get up out of this physical body and this physical world with our soul. That's what survival is, y'all. The majority of the people in this world that's going to be saved, they ain't ready to go home yet. So in the meantime, not everybody's going to be raptured. A lot of people got to die in order to get to heaven. But remember, you a man of God, you a woman of God, you want to take the mark of the beast, you all right. You can't die. Your physical body's going to die. You ain't the physical body. These wicked motherfuckers, they are the physical body. So a lot of people, they're going to be hanging around here trying to hold on to life because they're scared to die. They're going to get caught up in a situation. They ain't going to be able to handle that shit mentally, spiritually. The shit that they're going to see and experience, that spirit of fear going to be put on them. They're going to cave in. And they gonna do what they said they wasn't gonna do. They gonna take their goddamn mark. Go ahead. Obama, Illuminati, CFR, powers that be, all you powerful motherfuckers. Drop a nuclear bomb on this motherfucker if y'all so scared to come at me. I've been calling these motherfuckers out for years and they ain't did shit. Why? Because first of all, obviously, they can't. I told y'all a million times, these motherfuckers can't do shit to me. They can't do shit to you unless it's ordained by our Father in heaven, unless it's part of the script. And if the script is for me or for you to die, so be it. What can you do about it? Our survival instincts, like I said, that shit is natural. This ain't about being suicidal and all that shit. But I'm telling y'all, a lot of people gonna be hanging around here too long and gonna get trapped up in this shit. I gotta get my notes. Shit. What the fuck was I finna say? Excuse me. Oh boy. These motherfuckers know good and well. These wicked ass motherfuckers power to be who's supposed to be so powerful. They can't kill me. Because if they kill me, they kill my physical body. I ain't the physical body. So if they kill me, I'm free. They don't want that shit. They don't want that fire on their ass too motherfucking soon. The power that I have, the power that we have, men and women of God, y'all just don't know. Shit, and they know. That's why they freaking out, trying to hurry and get everybody vaccinated and shit, you know. Two motherfuckers in my family member who took the shot. One of them is borderline lazy motherfucker. All of a sudden, they took them shots because they all freaked out about the coronavirus and all that shit. Them motherfuckers exercising their ass off. I gotta survive this shit. I want to live. Like I told my other sister, trying to delay the inevitable. Why are these wicked people so obsessed with surviving? They always talking about living forever, but they want to do it in this world, this physical world. They want to do it in the physical body because their fate is sealed. And they've been trying to change prophecy. They've been trying to change their fate. They've been trying to change their destiny. Can't do it. It's impossible. They are the ones who is supposed to be afraid of dying. They are the ones who's supposed to fear death. And I told you motherfuckers, death works for us. Death don't take God's people to heaven or hell. Death takes these wicked motherfuckers to hell. Death will pass over us. We can't die. We multiply, motherfucker, because we are not the physical body like them idiots is. They are the ones who's supposed to be freaking out. Yes, a lot of God's people should be worried and concerned because, like I said so many times, a lot of people been taking this shit for granted and they still is. And just like I said, it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers because they scared to die. They're gonna be trying to survive and they gonna hang around here too long, and that spirit of fear gonna get put up on their ass and they gonna cave in and take their goddamn mark. Now, talking about how powerful we are, and y'all need to understand this shit. Balls, nigga. Balls. Marbles. Y'all got them. And it's time to realize that shit. Time to realize how powerful you are. That's not just something to say because it sounds cool. I told you, motherfuckers. This ain't about being gods and queens and all that shit. Saying that shit because it sounds cool. That's who you are, motherfucker. For real. Just like we live in the goddamn Matrix. For real. The enemy is weak as shit. You are way more powerful than the motherfuckers, and the power that they have, like I said, is weak compared to the power that we have. And the power that they have, they got it from our Father in heaven. Them motherfuckers ain't shit. Their power is based on lies, deceit, poisoning us, and all that shit. Them motherfuckers weak as shit. Like I said, I've been calling them motherfuckers out for years, and what have they done? Same shit they always do. Fight me from a distance with their goddamn chemtrails. And send family members after me. Yeah, just to poke at me. And of course, the demons coming in my dreams and all that shit. Nothing. just to fuck with you so they can get a little energy out of you. And what else they gonna do? Kill me? Please. Dummy. You can't kill me. You can't kill a man or woman of God. You can only kill the body. The body ain't us. So you can't kill us, motherfucker. Now, who are we? We ain't just gods, and gods is based on it sounding cool. That's who we are. I told y'all all that motherfucking energy out there. All that shit out there. I talked about that in the shape-shifting video, yeah. These motherfuckers. Paul Begley. These expert scientists and all these motherfuckers. NASA. These motherfuckers who got all the answers and know everything. They don't know shit. They always talking about that shit out there. That energy. Cosmos. Multi-universes. Supernovas exploding, supernovas forming and all that shit. All that powerful shit that they talking about. What is that? That's you, motherfucker. You a goddamn galaxy. You a goddamn supernova. You a goddamn universe. All that shit. I told y'all, all that shit out there, that's us. That's the real us. Our higher self. Us in this reality, we just a soul. Trapped, for now, in this physical body, in this wicked ass physical world. These weak ass motherfuckers can't fuck with y'all. They can't fuck with one of us. I told y'all this before. If just one of us woke up, one of us would be more than enough to wipe out every goddamn body in this world. Game over. So what the fuck are they gonna do with millions and billions of motherfuckers? I mean, come on now. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. And I'm always referencing the movies. I told y'all, they be telling y'all the truth right there. Motherfucking Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2. He played Ego, the Living Planet. That's just some shit that they made up. Bullshit. Living Planet. He's a goddamn planet. Now who the hell can make some shit up like that? He's a fucking planet. A star. That's who he is. That's who we are. He just manifested himself into a physical body. Sounds familiar. Manifesting in a physical body so you have a fucking human experience. They keep telling y'all the truth, but like I said, they like to put their image, they like to put their Antichrist shit on it and use our image, you know. That's who we are. We are stars. Literally. Quote unquote planets. Galaxies. All that shit. We some powerful motherfuckers. That's why I always talk about that motherfucking fire. That's what I am. That's what we are. High vibrational beings. We are fucking fire. Galaxies, supernovas, all that shit. That's us. And that's another thing I wanted to say. Y'all need to understand this shit too. Haven't y'all ever thought about this shit? We are in hell. This is one of the hellish realms for real. This physical reality is hell. All of these entities, demons, angels, all these beings in the higher dimensions and all that shit. Have y'all ever thought about we are the lowest of the low, right? Supposedly. Why are all these beings so fucking obsessed with us? Have y'all ever thought about that shit? You got all these beings and these goddamn demons. But specifically I'm talking about these beings in the higher dimensions. 5th dimension, 6th dimension, all that shit. 7th dimension, so on and so forth. Parallel realities. The majority of them motherfuckers, they chilling like a motherfucker. They free. Yet, all the motherfuckers is watching us. They focused on me and you. Us, lowest of the low. Why do they give a fuck about us? That's like me giving a fuck about a goddamn fly that's stuck on a spider web. Fuck that goddamn fly. Why are they so obsessed with us? Why are they watching us? Because we are the motherfucking gods who went through this shit and nobody else did. We are in the process of becoming something brand fucking new that's never happened before in the existence of life. Brand new creatures. I keep telling y'all that shit. We becoming new creatures. Something that's never been done before. So everybody in existence is watching us. They fascinated by this shit. This fucking movie, this story that we living in. They watching us because they know we finna turn into something that's never been done before. Brand new fucking creatures. We are a goddamn movie. Everybody's watching us. And they know what's about to happen. We about to wake up. And they fascinated by that shit. Because we the only ones who went through this shit. We getting ready to wake up and they want to see what we gonna be. Because remember, we were some bad motherfuckers before we came here. We were already guys and goddesses and all that shit. Kings and queens and shit. So we about to be something that ain't never been done before. And that's why everybody is watching us. And of course, powers that be freaking out, even though they're supposed to be so goddamn powerful, and they coming to get me with the vaccination and all that shit. Fuck them niggas. It's time, motherfuckers. Don't let this spirit of fear fuck with y'all. This spirit of fear ain't for y'all. It's for the wicked motherfuckers. Be like motherfucking... excuse me. Oh boy. Be like motherfucking Charleston Heston. Who played Moses. Yeah, I know, wrong color, but it is what it is. He also played John the Baptist. I think that movie was called King of Kings, I think. Well, I know they got the color wrong, but it is what it is. Correction. Actually, that movie was called The Greatest Story Ever Told. Just happened to be 4 hours and 20 minutes. 42 months, shit, yeah. Antichrist reign. Oh, brother. Just like that Zack Snyder's movie. Zack Snyder's Justice League. 4 hours and 2 minutes. 42. You motherfuckers are pathetic. Y'all need to be like that motherfucker. Charleston Heston, whatever the fuck his name is. Who I heard was in hell getting ripped to shreds and shit back in the day. But y'all need to be like that motherfucker. Who played Charlton Heston, who played John the Baptist. This motherfucker was basically begging the motherfuckers to kill him. Got arrested and shit. He's tossing them guards around like motherfucking rag dolls and shit. Like, fuck y'all, get off me. While screaming at them, repent! Repent! He's like, fuck y'all. He's beating the shit out of them guards. I was laughing my ass off. Then King Herod walked in, motherfucker, and stood in front of John the Baptist, Charlton Heston. King Herod stood in front of John the Baptist, and he said, I heard a lot about you, John the Baptist. And John the Baptist looked at King Herod in his eyes, and he said, I heard a lot about you too, King Herod. All bad. Repent! repent. And he started beating the shit out of them guards like I was laughing my ass off. That shit was beautiful. Balls. He's like, fuck you niggas. He was begging the motherfuckers to kill him. Later on, they was getting ready to kill that motherfucker. They was getting ready to chop his head off. Charlton Heston, John the Baptist, he's like, come on, nigga, let's go. Do it, let's go. Begging the motherfuckers to kill him. Why? Because his belief was beyond belief. He knew for a fact that when they killed him, he was going straight to heaven. So he's begging the motherfuckers to kill him. Balls. Marbles. The enemy got us all in this survival mode of living as long as we can in this physical world for fucking what? So we can keep serving their wicked asses? I want to go home. And however I get the fuck up out of this shit, whether it's rapture or a firefight or whatever the fuck, so be it. I can't do nothing about it anyway. Nobody wants to suffer anymore. But a lot of people who don't want to suffer no more, they still trying to survive this shit. I gotta survive this shit. You gonna suffer some more, motherfucker. And maybe even get to the point where you, like I said, too much fucking fear is put up on you. You ain't mentally, physically, and spiritually strong enough. And you end up succumbing to that shit and end up taking the goddamn mark. And then you really are gonna die. Over and over and over and over and over again. That's the wrong way to survive, y'all, when you're a man of God. Again, this ain't about being suicidal and giving up on life, but goddamn, y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about this shit. Your fate is sealed. I said so many times, you either destined to get the fuck up out of this shit or you destined to be destroyed. Marbles. Balls. Y'all got them. Don't let these motherfuckers put y'all in fear. That fear ain't for y'all. It's for these wicked motherfuckers. Fuck these niggas. Yeah. Government coming to get me. I was scared. I ain't. Fuck them. Marbles. I got huge marbles. And y'all do too. Remember that shit, motherfuckers. Okay. Marbles. Y'all know I'm a fucking movie maniac. I don't watch movies as much as I used to, like I always say, but boy, I used to watch the shit out of them and I remember everything. I got that shit from what's the name of that movie? Major League. He's talking shit about that nigga. Saying he ain't got no balls, but he's saying marbles. Marbles. I got marbles. Marbles. Big marbles. 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 And these motherfuckers wanna, since they so goddamn scary, don't want to go toe to toe with a big black nigga. Yeah, that's what it is. Like I said, hey, okay, let's drop a nuclear bomb on this motherfucker, whatever. Cowards. Don't want to free me. You niggas ain't fooling me. Fuck you niggas. You're fucked up. And like I said, they're trying to change fate, prophecy, and they hate that word fate. I told y'all that shit. That's why they keep trying to change shit. Can't do shit. This is Saint Maud type shit, like that movie I was talking about. Your fate is sealed. You fucked up a long time ago. Counterfeit spirit, wicked ass motherfuckers. Going through life thinking that everything's okay, and then they realize, God damn it, I just remembered. I'm damned. Yeah, dummy. Showing that shit in the movies all the time. These motherfuckers be trying to go on that straight path and all that shit. But when the devil comes calling, they gotta fulfill their contract. John Wick, they did that shit in that motherfucking movie. He thought he was retired. When the devil came calling, like, nah, motherfucker, let's go. They show that shit all the fucking time. They keep trying to get out of the shit that they got into. It's too late, bitch. You're fucked up.
Play along.
All right, let me close this shit out. First, let me say, we got a full moon on July 23rd. The infamous July 23rd. Illuminati knows what I'm talking about, don't you, motherfuckers? Full moon on July 23rd. This is a very, very special time, especially for so-called black man and black woman, with the energies and, you know, summer solstice. It's the African New Year. We closer to the Dog Star series and all kinds of shit. So those of you who are into meditation, excuse me. Oh boy, trilogy on you motherfuckers.
I've grown far beyond the petty concerns of your world. Every time I burp, a new galaxy is born.
Those of you who are into meditation, this is a great time for y'all to do some meditation. Like you can start like between, let's say, the 20th, July 20th, going into the weekend, because I think July 23rd is on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. With all this energy coming through, you do some meditation and you tap into that energy, it'll hook your ass up big time. All kinds of shit will come. All kinds of shit can go down in a positive sense, even when it comes to manifesting something positive in your life. Whatever that may be, you know, it depends on you as an individual what happens. But yeah, y'all do some meditation during this time, like between the 20th going into the 23rd, this weekend and shit. Tap into that motherfucking energy. Manifest some positive shit in your life. Spirit world is booming right now when it comes to this motherfucking energy. And like I said, yeah, this July 23rd shit is infamous. These wicked motherfuckers, they be doing some major rituals during this time. They don't do them publicly as much as they used to. I wonder why. But they still be doing that shit behind closed doors, these rituals, and that includes sacrifice. So if anything happens, and not just now, anytime, if anything happens based on the news, so-and-so died, y'all hearing stories about they coming to vaccination, they coming to get you and all this shit, relax, y'all. Stop letting these motherfuckers put y'all in this state of fear. They sucking the energy out of you and at the same time preventing you from getting the energy from the heavens. Just relax. Especially, like I said, this time frame right now, July 23rd and all that shit. Tap into that energy. Get into some meditation. And even if you don't meditate, like I said, any kind of craziness goes on, don't let that shit stress you out. It's natural. It's normal to be concerned about your life and you know, survival instincts. But, you know, the fear, that's for them wicked motherfuckers. They are the ones who should be shaking in their motherfucking boots, and they are. They are the ones who die. We don't die. We multiply, motherfucker. So, last thing I want to say is, like I said, there's nothing we can do to change anything. And you a man of God, you a woman of God. You saved. You on your way to the heavenly realms. You wouldn't want to change anything. Nobody's happy here. Especially a man of God, a woman of God. But like I said before, things are getting so bad now that even these wicked motherfuckers ain't happy. You wouldn't want to change anything about this reality, the things that are going on right now, because everything is going in your favor. End result, heaven. That's your destiny. So all this bullshit that's going on is for these wicked ass motherfuckers. It's not for y'all. The energies, like I said before, the positive energies can affect you in a negative way in some way, shape, or form as well. So we got these frequencies coming from the powers that be. You got fate intervening, of course. We dealing with all kinds of shit. Food is fucked up. The air is fucked up. Weather's always fucked up. The script that's written for us is guiding us to do exactly what we're supposed to do. Y'all need to understand that so you can also deal with your guilt a little bit better. What you did in the past. Yeah, you're sinning. What you got in your closet. What you did yesterday. What you did last night. You a man of God. You a woman of God. You supposed to be perfect. No. You will be perfect when you get the fuck up out of this physical body and this physical world. You fucked up in the past. You probably did something yesterday, last night. And it's all based on the script. The decisions was already made. The only thing you can do is continue to move forward. I say it all the time. Just fight your sins to the best of your ability and move forward. You do some sinning. You did something wrong back then. You did something wrong yesterday. You did something that you shouldn't have did and all this shit a few minutes ago. And you feel guilty about it. Good. That means that you trying. That means that you ain't a wicked motherfucker. If you didn't feel guilty, that means you ain't trying. You ain't trying to move forward. You ain't trying to be better. You ain't trying to be perfect. Not perfect and snotty like these motherfuckers always talking about. I said before, don't let these fake Christians scare y'all when they being driven by these goddamn demons to come fuck with you and shit. Like they so goddamn perfect. And you ain't. You ain't perfect. They ain't either. They the ones that's fucked up, not you. You're born and raised in hell. Obviously, you's gonna do some shit that you ain't supposed to do, so on and so forth. That's just the way it is. Understand that shit. Continue to fight your sins to the best of your ability and continue to move forward. Fuck this world. Do not let guilt fuck y'all up. Because if you do that shit, you get too fucking guilty, start getting all stressed out, worrying like a motherfucker. You know what's gonna happen? Them demons gonna latch on to your ass. And then you're really gonna start acting a damn fool. That's what they want you to do. Fight your sins to the best of your ability and continue to move on. Fuck this world.
Grim Reaper, Grim Reaper, Grim Reaper, Grim Reaper.